Fran, the busy schedule for the team, it never stops. This Wednesday night, a game against Hearts. How much are you looking forward to that?
I'm very looking forward. I think we are all looking forward. I think we need it after obviously the disappointing last couple of minutes of the last game and then the penalty shootout. I think it's good. It's good that we got the opportunity to hopefully have a good game and bounce back. But yeah, we know the quality of the opponent, so it's not going to be easy. But if this team has something as a characteristic after a massive defeat or a massive heartbreak, like happened last year after the league, when for a couple of minutes we didn't win the league, and then the following week we were outstanding in the Scottish Cup final. We are hoping to do something similar this Wednesday and put everything back and focus on the league and focus on a good performance in front of our people.
We saw obviously the heartache on Saturday. It took a lot physically and mentally out of the team. Is that when the team get back to training? Is that the challenge for you and for the coaches, just to focus on the positives and get the players looking forward?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, obviously it was very disappointing the way we lost a game that even their coaches say that we were unlucky and we probably deserve to win. That come from them. So it's a lot of positive, but the previous game we beat Brøndby. Brøndby in the last 20 years they got to the semi-final of the Champions League 3 times. I mean, they are a top side in Europe, and we not only we beat them, but I thought we deserved to beat them. So it's a massive positive in our only third competitive game in the Champions League ever. So there is so many positive, and I feel a huge pride for this team. The way we compete, the way we approach the games, how brave we were. It's just a shame that for 1 minute we didn't do what I felt we probably deserved. But credit to the opponents. They are also a top side, and they stay in the game, and they use the experience to get the win in the penalties at the end. But yeah, that doesn't take anything away from how amazing the girls have done. And I think if we put this into our minds, there is no reason to be deflated, or there is no reason to be negative. It's a very positive experience with not the perfect outcome, but it was a quite good outcome. And hopefully on Wednesday we see the team again playing at their best. I think so far this season we've been outstanding. 5 wins from 5 games, scoring the minimum we score is 4 goals. Is pretty incredible. So obviously we are going to face a very, very good side, but we are confident that in front of our people we can put a very good performance.
You mentioned obviously that was only our second experience of the Champions League, but you could see the progress of the team, because it wasn't just a case of taking part. We competed against teams with a lot of experience and deserved. We certainly won the first game, as you say. I think everybody who watched the game thought it should have been a different outcome.
Yeah, we talk about that when we went. The message was very clear. The first time was about experience it. The second time was not about experience it. Was about winning. Was about trying to win. Our goal was at least try to get 1 win from the Champions League. Obviously, how well the first game went, then we were so confident for the second game, and we wanted to approach it in the same way. Go aggressive, press them high, play out from the back. The times that they press us high, we are still trying to play. Sometimes making mistakes, of course, is part of the game, but we are brave, a very, very brave team, and very brave approach. And it's a shame that the girls didn't get that reward that I felt they could probably deserve. But yeah, we show that we can compete at the highest level, despite the difference in leagues and finance or whatever. But I think there is no difference in hearts, and it's 11-11. And when you wear the hoops, with our fans there, that take you an extra step up. And I think the girls did that. They step up their game, and we compete fantastically well against 2 incredible sides.
We saw obviously a hearty band of Celtic fans over in Norway. Is it good that the first game back after that is a home game when you're going to get a good support at the Excelsior?
Yeah, 100%. We also mentioned that in the team talks at halftime. For us, the pride is incredible, knowing that despite the financial issues that people are having nowadays, that so many people bought their flights, their hotels to come and see us all the way there from Glasgow. This is, Extremely proud because the first time we won in the Champions League, we have a few supporters that were locals, but this time, apart from the local when people flew from Glasgow, this is, for me and for the players, it makes us so proud. And we felt it. We felt them. They were singing for the 90 minutes both games. Well, the other one for 120 minutes, and with the drums, it was incredible. So I think this is what Celtic is about, and I think the chemistry between fans and the team is growing and growing and growing. And yeah, as you say, we are delighted that this first home game is in front of them, and I think we are going to have a good crowd. And I think the team, the fans are looking forward to welcome the team because they recognize that they gave their all. And when you wear the hoops, that's the minimum required. Give you 120%.
Is this, particularly with it being a midweek game, the importance of having a good squad? Because obviously the game itself took its toll on we saw Amy Gallagher having to go off, Kit Laversky, two of the exceptional players at the start of the season. So is this maybe when you're looking for other players to step up if necessary?
Yeah, that's why it was especially painful. Is because despite the circumstances of losing our two top goal scorers in Amy Gallagher and Kit Laversky, having to play all the extra time without them, and we managed to do the most difficult thing, which is score in the second half of the extra time. That's why it was especially gutted what happened. But as you say, players that came on, I think that they step in with a lot of quality. All of them. Maria McAnany had a massive impact. Tyree was working, so hard. Murphy Agnew set up the goal of Jenny. So everyone who came from the bench make a massive impact. And yeah, this is what the squad is about now. They are needed. Amy Gallagher won't be eligible for tomorrow. Kit, we have to assess today. Definitely won't start, but maybe she can take a part depending of how she feels. But obviously, we are not going to risk anyone. We trust our squad. It's a very good squad. It's a young squad, but a very good one. And every girl has shown when they got the minutes that they are good enough to play at the highest level. So yeah, we will rotate because it's needed. We not only have three games in 7 days, which is crazy, but we come from a week where we also play 3 games domestically. So it's a lot of games in the last 3 weeks, and yeah, obviously the players are feeling it because of the way we play, because we don't hold back. We just press high any team, but the better teams, they are able to break us down. Then we need to sprint backwards. So yeah, a lot of the GPS data is super high, but that's why it's important to have a very good squad and a very big squad, and this is what we have. So a few changes, and I'm sure the quality of our performance, I'm sure it won't drop just because of the change of personnel.
You mentioned already about the exceptional start we've had to the league campaign. It's important just to keep going with that because it builds up its own momentum.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, we consider it's really a draw where we didn't get through in penalties, but we managed to draw against a super side. So for us, domestically, we got a 100% record. For us, is keeping that. We aim to try to win every single game this season. Of course, that's going to be almost impossible, but we will try. We will try to win every single game. And now it's another opportunity to show how good we are, and against a team that has become a full-time professional. Last year they were part-time. At the end of the games we normally finish strong. That's not the case anymore. It's going to be a massive, difficult test for us against a side that has invested massively all full-time, and it's going to be a tough game. But a perfect game to bounce back if we manage to win. So yeah, for us it's very important to maintain this 100% record, and if we manage to score a goal, as soon as we score a goal, we will be desperate to score the next one, because this is what the team has been doing so far this season, and we aim to carry on like that. But as I say, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough because Hearts is a very well organised and very good team. So let's see.
And it is still early in the season, but I suppose it's worth emphasising that the rewards for a good season are those Champions League games, and that's where we want to be again. So it's important, as you mentioned, just to keep winning and make sure we're at the top of the table. Yeah, of course. We want to be every single year in the Champions League, but we know in this league, especially, there are other two teams that are incredible good teams, and they don't lose many points every season. I think, although Hearts and Hibs and Partick Thistle this year, there are other teams that are doing so well this year, but I think
these three teams are a step above the rest, in my opinion, but it's only 2 Champions League spots, so these are very expensive. And then it's a huge difference going in the champion path or going in our path. I think the champion path is, you face teams that some of them are part-time, is so much easier to get through. And obviously we saw the quality of the teams we have to face, like Brondi, Valerenga. So it would make a massive difference to win the league, considering Champions League. But obviously we were 1 minute away, but we didn't make it, and now we are out of the Champions League. But definitely with recharged batteries, for next year we will try to fight as hard as we can to try to win our first league title, knowing that it's going to be very, very hard. And if that happens, then we know, we could get even more excited about Champions League because the games would be slightly easier.
Is that both the challenge, but also a lesson for the players to learn in terms of, they can't afford to look back and say, we were a minute away, we were only a minute away from qualifying, because there's always the next game, and in football, you always have to look forward.
Yeah, of course, and that will happen. We were a minute away and we didn't make it, but the following week we won our second Scottish Cup in a row, which is incredible. The first one in Hampden, which is a very, very special final that we play. And then not only we won it, but we won it 2-0, and we totally dominate the game against a side that we always is 50-50 against them. And I think that game wasn't 50-50. We were by far the better team. So yeah, this is in football. You are only as good as the last game. I know everyone said that, but that's the truth. And we got now an opportunity to show how good we are, and to maintain this 100% record, which nobody else have in the country. But it's not going to be easy. But I trust the group. They came today. They are all smiley. They, after a couple of days, deflated and probably gutted, they realize how well we've done, and pride is now, I think, the feeling that ran the team, and hopefully today in training we can see this hunger for tomorrow, although it's going to be a few tired legs, but there is no, the tiredness is here, the important one, and I think they are switched on. Looking forward to the game and looking forward to come back to winning ways.
Yeah, I think it's 34 goals in the 5 domestic games, and one of the characteristics is early goals, because the team seems to start on the front foot and getting that early lead, which puts us in a strong position then to press forward and get more goals and get the points. Yeah,
and this is down to concentration. Is to start the game. So when we go out from the changing room, everyone knows their roles. The girls normally are pretty focused. The decisions are very good, and that has allowed us, even in the Champions League, in the second game, conceding an early goal, which was heartbreaking, but we managed to score within the first 10 minutes against a top side. So yeah, this is something that is credit to the girls, how focused they start games, and this is something that we will try every single game to try to. We always mention it in the changing room as well. Try to score in the first 10-15 minutes if we can, to avoid future frustrations in case the ball doesn't go in the back of the net. When you are already winning, it's so much easier to play. The opponent cannot just really sit so deep, and it makes things easier for us. So for us, strong starts are very important. We work with it in training, and so far it has worked. So we will try again on Wednesday to try to start strong and hopefully score early if we can. But it's not going to be easy to score against a top side like Hearts.
And we mentioned that we're playing at home. I think you'll see the reaction from the fans, just how much they appreciated what the players put in over those last 2 games in the Champions League.
Yeah, and it's been incredible, to be fair. Despite the defeat, the feedback that we got in social media or in the streets when we have seen fans has been incredible. Everyone is feeling proud. It hasn't been not much criticism, and I think they are looking forward to see the team and show them how proud they are of the team and cheer the girls. So I'm hoping it's going to be a good crowd, and I know it's going to be a very friendly crowd that they will show the girls how well they've done and how proud they are. So yeah, 100%. This communion carry on, and the girls every single day that they play, they pay back to the fans with outstanding performances, with so much work rate, so much passion, and the sky's the limit for this football club and for this women team that is doing nothing else than breaking history records every single year.